All right, everybody, go ahead and grab a seat. We're just about to start the meeting, so we'll let you all settle in a little bit. Welcome to the Fall 2017 HTM Ohana meeting. We're glad to have you guys here. HTM students and prospective and people just checking it out. We're glad to have all of you here. Even if you're just here for the free lunch, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started with an opening prayer, so I'm going to invite Kimberly up to go ahead and offer that opening prayer.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for this day, and we are thankful for the opportunity that we have to gather together as students to be able to learn more about our hospitality program and the opportunities that are ahead of us. We are so grateful for the opportunity we have to learn at this university and for the professors and the leaders of this church and of this school that allow us to make new steps towards improving our futures and our careers. And please bless that we'll be able to have a successful meeting and that we'll be able to help inspire the minds of our students to be able to understand what they should do in their careers, and please bless that we will have a good day and be safe with all of our other activities. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Kimberly. So first off, my name's Jonathan Jessup. I'm the president of the Ho'okipa Society, and I'll be conducting the meeting today. So I'm going to go ahead and cover the agenda here, go over just a little bit about what we'll be talking about today. The first thing we're going to cover, of course, is the Ho'okipa Society, talk about the student club some, and then I'll turn it over to the Farrens and Marla Lundgren to talk about internships. And then Steve Lundgren will talk about the career exploration trips as well as the lecture series that we'll be having once a month. And then last but not least, we'll have David Priest come up and talk about the scholarships here in the HTM program. Just to get it out of the way, yes, we do have lunches for you guys afterwards, so thank you for coming to the meeting today. Those will be on the way out. We'll have them ready for you, so we'll put that aside for a second. You can think about it. In about 45 minutes, we'll have lunch ready for you. And when you leave, guys, it is one per person, please. Just one bag, so we have enough to go around for everybody. I want to talk just a little bit about the organization, the structure of the HTM program that we have here. And as you'll see here on the far side, it's all made possible by a generous donation from the Marriott Family Foundation. So we want to thank them for helping us be here today and helping us have such a fantastic program. As you'll see here in the middle of the diagram, it all kind of comes back to the Center of Hospitality and Tourism. Now that's the office over here, 218, and there's a couple of things that they do there to really help our HTM program thrive. The three different main parts there are the Marriott scholarships, the hospitality networking, and the career exploration. So we'll go into more detail of each of those, explain kind of the Hawaiian names behind them and what each one of them brings to our program. But that's what we're going to be explaining today, is really what the HTM Center helps offer to really maximize the program. And then we'll also talk about the Ho'okipa Society, which is the student society, where we plan a lot of the events and activities to help us network together with each other and just get involved with the program and our careers. So first, I want to introduce the presidency of the Ho'okipa Society. Like I said, I'm Jonathan Jessup. I'm serving as the president this semester. We also want to have the rest of the presidents stand up, and I'll introduce them here. We got Cassie over here, and then we've got Emily Holt right here, and we got Belu. Where's he at? He's on the door over there. He stepped out. He's gotten people in. You'll see him back here. And then Kimberly's in the back here. She gave our opening prayer. So this is the presidency of the Student Society. So we are all students here. We've been through the same courses that a lot of you guys are going through, applied for the same scholarships, done all the same processes. So if you guys have questions about classes, events, career connect trips and stuff, you can come and ask any one of us, and we can help answer some of those questions for you, as well as our faculty. Here, let's see, the student organization. The purpose of this is just kind of covering like what we try to do as the society. And our big focuses, of course, are to help you guys. When you graduate, one of the big focuses of the HTM program is we want you to be ready for a career, right? We want you to be able to really launch into having a successful career. So professional development is, of course, a huge one of it, as well as industry networking. And we're not talking just with other students, which is very valuable, but also with the people who come and give lectures to our society, as well as that come and help with our events or teach our classes. We really want to help you start building a network now while you're in school. And then social activities, of course, to help you just to really become part of the HTM program, but also then to network with your fellow students who are going to be a lot of your coworkers as you go into the industry. And all of it is hosted on our Facebook page. So if you guys have your mobile devices and you're not a member of the Ho'okipa Society already, this is a great time to look it up. We can see how to spell it right there. If you just search for Ho'okipa Society on the Facebook, you will find our group. It's one of the only things that comes up. And if you just click there and join, one of us will approve your join request here today. Just the upcoming activities that we have already this semester, we have a lot of them already in the works and some already planned. Next week, Tuesday, we have a field trip that's going down to the Convention Center for a Global Tourism Summit, where they have college students from all over the island come together and they have an open questions and answers forum with a lot of industry leaders. Presidents of different corporations come together and can answer your questions about careers, about the industry growth, about opportunities that are coming up. So that's a great opportunity if you want to go on that field trip. Cassie here will be in the back at this table signing people up for that. We have very limited spots. There's only about 20 spots, I believe, left open. So if you want to go, right after this meeting, go back and talk to Cassie and we can help get you signed up. That's going to be this next Tuesday from 1 to 6 p.m. So go ahead and look at your schedules. If you are interested, see Cassie afterwards. And then also later in the semester, we're going to have a couple of other activities. Our first one will be in October. We'll have our opening social, where you guys can then get together as a society again and kind of get to know everyone a little bit better. And we will have an activity every month. They'll be posted on the Facebook page, and that's the best place to stay up to date and in touch with what's going on in the society. If you want to sign up, you can sign up today, either here in the back at the laptops. We'll have 3 laptops going for signups, or you can sign up on your own, on your mobile device from our Facebook page. There's a link there pinned at the top of our newsfeed, so you can do that easily today. It is $5 every semester. So this semester, you'll sign up, and then next semester you'll sign up again as well. And this just will help keep you active in the Hokeep Society, and as long as you are a current dues-paying member, you are eligible for a lot of the program benefits, the scholarships, Career Connect trips, and to be a Marriott Scholar. All these programs that we're going to talk about today require you to be an active member of the Hokeep Society. So make sure to sign up today because we want you guys to be able to be part of the program and have all the benefits of it. So I'll go ahead and turn the time now over to Julie Farron. She's going to talk about the Imaloa Career Exploration Trips.
Hey, aloha everybody. I always love saying that. Okay, so I'm Sister Farron. This is Sister Lundgren, and this is Brother Farron, Elder Farron, and we're your team, man. We are here to help you. Look up there. Exploration, inspiration, adventure, counseling, internships, and student group travel. That is us. So basically, we're your fun meisters. We are here to help you through your career, basically. And you have wonderful, just amazing professors, and I know you'll agree with that. And you have wonderful staff that can help you. And then when you're ready, you come to us and we help you. We help you, like you guys have gone on this incredible journey to get to where you are. We've heard so many awesome stories about why you're here and what you're doing. And our service is taking what you say you want to do and trying to pair you up with what you want to become and help you have another incredible journey once you graduate. And so that is us. And you know, we are all service missionaries. We come here day in and day out because we love you. Between the 2 families, I think we have 13 children, but they're all on the mainland and they're not even here. So you guys are our kids. We love you. We want to take care of you. We think about you. We pray for you. And we think you're awesome. So is that about what I needed to say? Yeah. Okay, great.
Great.
Somebody already pushed up.
So I'll talk about the internship a little bit. Basically, with internships, we like to help you get what you need. So if you're a HTM major, they are required, an internship. If you're just a minor, it's an option, which you can do, but you don't have to do. If you do an internship, 180-hour minimum, which really isn't that long. Most places who accept you as an intern in their private business really like from 3 to 6 months. Some of them like a year long. Some unpaid ones will take a little shorter. But the internships really get you into the workplace, gives you a feel for what hotels or airlines or whatever it is you want to do. So what we do, typically 3 to 6 months, we mentor. We like to have you come in, sit down with my wife or myself. We talk about your interests, what you want to do, where you want to go, and then try and link you up with those. like my wife said. So really, we have some professors here who have years and years of experience in Marriott and with other hotel chains that have connections that can connect you up all over the world, where you can get experiences in different hotels and activities in HTM. So we like to meet with you, find out what you're doing, where you want to go, help you get with potential employers, give you the prerequisites, tell you exactly what you need to do so that you understand. And some of them, for instance, if you want to do a cruise ship or go to Disney, you're going to need to apply a year before you want to go. It is not necessarily a short-term thing. So that's why we like to get you in, talk about it, see what you can get into, and where you want to go, those kinds of things. So that is our purpose for that. What I do is meet with you or my wife, and then once we get you going, once you get an offer letter from one of your internships, we send you to Sister Lundgren, who will then help direct you and get you to the rest of what you need. So I'll turn the time over to her.
So once you receive your offer letter, then you come in and see me, and I help walk you through the process of how to get registered, and so that you can receive college credit for your experience. And then at the conclusion of your experience, I'm the one that you report to with your grade and with the requirements that you need in order to receive a letter grade. Starting last semester, we changed our policy so that instead of it just receiving a pass for the experience, you now can earn a letter grade for your internship experience. And so there are some requirements that need to be met in order for you to receive that grade. But it does help to enhance your GPA, and so we wanted to help make sure that it was a positive, good experience and you're rewarded for your hard efforts. Just so that you know, we have got great partners that that we work with here on the island and on, and I don't know how to move this, so somebody has to move it for me. We have great partners who we work with here on the island or even internationally, and we have spent quite a bit of time traveling and interacting with these partners so that they are very anxious to receive our students. We have set high expectations because we know that each one of you can meet those expectations. And so we're very excited to partner with them and just show off how wonderful all of our BYU students are.
I'm going to finish up their presentation. So we have partners all over the world. And we just want you to know when it comes to an internship, it's your responsibility ultimately to find your internships. But the Farrens and the Lundgrens can help you find internships anywhere that you want to go. And these are our strategic locations. Every year we add 2 or 3 locations to this, but we have lots and lots of opportunities. If you look at this next slide, is just a representation of the kinds of jobs and careers and internships that we have worldwide. Hospitality and tourism, so accommodations, travel, destination management, adventure travel, reservations, revenue management. There's all kinds of opportunities. As a matter of fact, 10% of all the jobs worldwide are in tourism and hospitality, so the opportunities are unlimited. So great opportunity. Minors is elective. It's an optional. For majors, everybody gets the opportunity to have one. So, aloha. Aloha. How's everybody doing? So I'm going to take this a little bit different direction. Before I tell you what I want to talk about, I want to do a shout out. We have some faculty in here that we'd like to recognize. Brother Kerry Countryman. Brother Countryman, can you stand or wave? Brother Countryman has a dual role. He's one of our faculty in HTM. He's also the department chair for the Department of Business. Brother Fred Parker over here. Most of you have had him in the class. Shout out for Brother Fred. Oh. You know, Fred and I have been competing for 25 years to be the most popular. I just can't believe it. He and I both worked for years together with Marriott Hotels, and who would guess that we find ourselves both at BYU Hawaii, so we're glad he's here. Brother Priest over here. Brother Priest is the academic director for our center. And we should mention that it really has been the vision of Brother Jeff Canine, who is retired, and Brother Priest, who have really got us to where we are today. So thank you and congratulations, and another big round of applause. So our program has changed. It's gone from classroom to experiential. It's gone from just another program to a program with a lot of stuff surrounding it. So we take you out of the classroom and we give you experiences and opportunities. We think that travel is an education by itself and that we want you to experience that. So for those who have a GPA of 3.0 or higher and who are members of our Hoa Kipa Society, you are eligible to go on our Inialoa career exploration trips. Last year, we had 3 incredible trips, and we were able to take 24 students at almost no cost, a small cost, I'll talk about that, but we went to Seattle and Victoria, Canada, Seoul, South Korea, and the Big Island. And we had some incredible opportunities. We met lots of different people. But this year, we are going to have 4 faculty-escorted career trips. We're going to go to Maui and to the Big Island. We're going to go to San Francisco, and we're going to go to Hong Kong. So those are the trips that we're going to be taking. Domestic and international students are eligible for these trips. And the big news people keep on asking is, how many times can we go? There's such a large program, is 1 trip per student. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that every student will get to go, but what that means is that no student can go more than 1 time. Typically, we're taking our juniors and seniors, those who have been further along in their program. So let me tell you about the first destination. Theoretically, there it comes. We've got a slide in the background which is longer than I'm going to talk about. But Maui, how many's been to Maui? Who's been to Maui? See, this is great. It's our next door island, and only a few of you have gone. So we'll take an inter-island flight. We're developing some relationships with Island Air. So either Island Air or Hawaiian Airlines. We'll take a flight over. We'll stay at a high-end quality hotel. Last year we went to the Big Island. We stayed at the Marriott. We will have a chance to eat at quality high-end restaurants. And we talk about that because our experiences, and I'll share this, but it applies to each of our trips, is we're creating an experience. We're not just taking to feed you or just taking you to have a place to sleep. We're creating experiences. We want you to travel as a customer, as a guest, as a client, so that you can have an experience. So we're going to give you the experience, and then we're going to have the operators talk to you. For example, when we fly in the airline, we're going to meet with the operators at the airline company, and they're going to talk about careers in aviation and airlines. When you go to the hotel, we're going to talk to the general manager, and they're going to give us experiences and talk about their careers and where they started, and you're going to be surprised how their careers look no different than you could imagine that yours does. We'll go to the restaurant and meet with the chef and the restaurant manager. For those trips that go over Sunday, we'll have Sunday church services. The trip to the islands will take a maximum of 12 students. Any student is eligible. Domestic or international, it doesn't matter. The cost to you to go to Maui or to the Big Island will be $200 each. That is like such a bargain. So $200, and we're spending $1,000 or more on each of these. So it's a great, great value. There will be applications. Jonathan, do we have the applications here? Okay. Do we have copies that we could get them here? So we will have applications outside when you pick up your brown bag lunch. We'll have applications there. The application is going to talk about all 4 trips, but those who want to go to Maui need to have the application turned back into our office, 218, by October 27th. You're going to have to make some hard choices. We're going to ask you to pick your first, second, and third favorite destination, and then we're going to ask you to have to decide, do you think you can go to Maui, or do you think you want to wait and go to San Francisco? Decisions are made at different times, and so you've got to kind of decide what you think might happen and what you'd like to do. The second trip is to the Big Island. We're going to go, Maui is December 15th through December 18th. It's this year, right after graduation, right on that first weekend before our 3.5-week Christmas break. So it's the first 3.5 days of the Christmas break. We're going to go to the Big Island, and the other trips on the semester break between winter and spring semester is the last week in April. Big Island, we're going to, again, inter-island flights. We'll stay at a hotel on the Kona side of the island. We'll have a restaurant experience. Last year, we went to Lava Lava, which is a really high-end beach club where we sat right on the beach. They had live music. Food was excellent. I see a handful of people in here who went with us. And we'll have a dining experience. It could be one of the better meals that you'll have all semester, I would wager. It's just a really, really good experience. Again, this is 12 students maximum, domestic or international. If you're not interested in Maui, this application can come in as late as February 2nd. But if Maui is one of your choices, a first, second, or third choice, then you may want to put your application in by October 27th. Now, international and domestic students, you can all go. Remember that, because the next two trips, there's a little bit more preference and requirements. So the next trip that we're going to go, which is the same time, and I should say that the Farrens and the Priesas are going to lead the Maui trip. The Farrens and the Lundgrens are the Big Island trip. Brother and Sister Countrymen will be taking a group of 6 students to San Francisco, which is really an exciting trip, and it's all the same types of experiences and the same destination, same kinds of venues. But the big trips are longer. This will be 5 to 6 days. You'll be flying to San Francisco, and you'll be doing all the same things, but you'll have a broader experience. There will be 6 students that can attend this. We give preference to domestic U.S. students because part of this is a career exploration. Part of it is we want to introduce students have the more likely opportunities for permanent employment. So think about that. It's domestic students would get the preference. This cost is $400 inclusive. Applications are due on February 2nd. Okay? Then the last trip, Brother Parker and his wife. Brother Parker was a returned missionary from Hong Kong. So Brother Parker and his wife are going to be taking a group of students during the same week to Hong Kong. The preference will be given to students from Hong Kong, People's Republic of China, and Taiwan. So it's the same thing. It'll be a week-long experience. Student cost is $400. That's inclusive. And again, applications are due February 2nd. So I'm just thinking, I see a handful of people. Would everybody, a lot of our students graduated, but everybody in the room who went to one of these trips last year, would you just stand up for a minute? That would be Isabella. That would be you ladies. Okay, so look at, there's 5 people in here. Ben, stay up, stay up. So these 5 folks went. If anybody has questions about how did it work, was it worth your time, what did you like, look at these folks and you can talk to them. These folks are also ineligible. They don't get to go again. But we have the Big Island, we have Seoul, and we have Seattle right here. So thank you very much. Okay. Applications will be available. October 27th is the key date if you want to be considered for Maui. It is my recommendation that think about that the best opportunity, 24 students, domestic and international, will get a chance to go to one of the Hawaiian Islands. That is the fullest and best opportunity, so I would encourage you to make application. The Akamai Hospitality Program. We have done so many wonderful things. Akamai is a word for wisdom. The hono, the turtle, the sea turtle, represents persistence and good fortune. We've had an incredible networking program, and it's one of the advantages I think that you have as a student with the connections and networks that have been developed by your faculty and staff is every month we have a lecture series. It's on the second Thursday. This is kind of a short semester for us, but next October, David Uchiyama is the president and CEO of Island Air. He will be speaking to us. And then in November, Mufi Hanneman, who is the president and CEO of Hawaii Lodging and Tourism Association, former mayor of Honolulu, will be speaking to us. And we'll have lecture series all throughout the next 3 semesters. After the lecture, there's a plated lunch, or a buffet lunch, I should say. We'd like you to sign up. Usually about 15 to 18 students get a chance to sit down and have lunch with the speaker. The Ho'okipa Society presidency will be responsible for coordinating that, but actually sometimes that's better than the lecture itself, because you can be in a small group setting and ask questions and really hear about things that you might not have normally heard. So we have that. All of the lectures are posted on our hospitality site, hospitality.byuh.edu, and you can see them in there. In addition to the lecture series, we have mentoring and networking, we have field trips, we have site visits, we have guest speakers and guest lectures. We are trying to broaden and enrich the program so that it's not just a class. We want you to experience and meet people, to hear from them, to learn from their experiences, to be able to go out to cruise lines, to go to hotels, to go to restaurants, to go to distribution companies, to go to convention centers, destination management companies. We want you to go there and experience and look at it and say, you know, I didn't realize that there was an opportunity for a career, but those are the kinds of things we want you to do. We want you to have a broad and rich experience. We're excited about the future of the program. We offer so much in HTM that you might not get elsewhere. Brother Priest is going to talk about something that everybody is interested in, and that's scholarship.
Thank you. Aloha, everybody. So you're learning something? Yeah? And there's no test, no quiz, right? Okay. Well, thank you all for coming very much, especially those of you who may not be officially part of the program yet. In fact, there are in the back on that table, there's some stacks of major requirement sheet and minor requirement sheet. So if you're interested in joining the major or the minor, because you know with the new academic program, the students have to pick 2 minors. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but that information's back there. So oikelakela is the Hawaiian word for excellence, and that's what I know you all want to be, as an excellent student. So we have some incentive programs and other kinds of things to help you be great students. That includes scholarships and other kinds of things. But it also includes special recognition at graduation. Several of our graduates so far have met these criteria. Upon graduation, they get a nice certificate. They get recognized at our banquet presentations. And if you'll notice a pattern here, do you see a pattern here of requirements for special activities and recognitions and trips and scholarships and all that? Basically 2, right? You have to have a decent GPA, right? 3.0 or higher, and you have to be active in the Ho'okipa Society. Why do we do that? Well, because those 2 things are evidence of your effort, your commitment to the program, both in terms of your academic achievement, your diligence to being a good student, and also extracurricular activities, being involved with field trips or social activities or other kinds of networking things. And that's really good preparation for your career, because when you're working, your boss wants you to be fully engaged and produce stuff, right, to produce good work, but he or she also wants you to be involved and committed to the company and the organization and the industry. So just keep that in mind. So we hope that all of you will make yourselves eligible when you graduate, get that nice certificate you can put up on your wall in your fancy new office, right, when you get a job. And it's a really important thing on your resume. You can put it on your resume. You say that you graduated as a Marriott scholar. And that name, Marriott, being attached to your name, and your resume could be very valuable for you when you graduate, okay? Or when you graduate and you interview and all that. Okay, should we talk about money? Yeah? Who wants a scholarship? Some of you didn't raise your hand. Okay, that's all right. We don't have to give you money, yeah? Only one hand, Damon, not two, yeah? We have several different kinds of scholarships each semester. These are per semester programs. So right now the deadline for the fall semester scholarships is next Monday. We have applications in the back. If you don't have one, fill that out, submit it at the business management TA desk down in the corner here. There are also some more scholarship applications there, but we basically have four kinds. We have some funding for which we're grateful from the College of Business that gives us a certain amount of money. We add to that from the center's budget so that we can spread the love a little bit, have more students be able to have scholarships. So that's the second one. And then we have some private donors who've been very generous and said, hey, we want to give money for this kind of student or that kind of activity or whatever. And there's some special eligibility requirements for some of those scholarships. All of that information is on the application. And then starting last year, we have a relationship with the International Food Service Manufacturers Association. They've come back to us this year, and there's some pretty substantial scholarships that they're giving for students who have expressed an interest in going into the food and beverage business. So in your application, if you're interested in that, make sure that you talk about your interest, your experience, your career plans that relate to somehow being involved with restaurants or food service or those kinds of things. Those are pretty big grants, by the way. The biggest one is $5,000. Okay, so there's a range from $250 to $5,000, and it depends on what you apply for and what you're eligible for. Okay. So if you have any questions, see some of us, come into the center, ask Brother or Sister Lundgren if you have questions about that, okay? Last semester, we had 27 students in the program who received scholarships, a total of over $15,000 that we gave to students through these different sources, okay? So it's, if you're interested in scholarships, make sure you're applying. Okay, the HTM minor. How many minors do we have in the room here? Yeah, okay. Anybody kind of interested in the minor? Yeah? Well, we have the minor requirement sheets in the back there as well. We made some changes to it last year. We wanted to make sure that it is better aligned with the new major that we did roughly a few months before that, so that they are sharing some consistency in the courses that they're using and so on. We added a little bit of rigor to the minor. At the same time, we made it more flexible. We added some electives in there. So there are 4 required courses, and then you have to take a couple of elective classes. One of those electives can be an internship, but there are some other classes there that you can take. Now, there are no prerequisites for this, right? And we did that on purpose, because if you're studying another major, art or EXS or biology or whatever it is, or accounting, and you say, oh, those classes have too many prerequisites. That means I have to take lots of other classes before I can do the minor. Well, we wanted to avoid that. So there are no prerequisites. All the courses that are in that minor, you can just boom, boom, boom take. Okay? Also, very important to note that we designed this new minor to fit really well with the new academic program. Okay? And that's going to be more important each semester going forward, as more students are on the new academic program, the new GE program, where you have to have a major and then 2 minors from other disciplines, right? So we're hoping that students from other majors in the arts, and the sciences, and the humanities, and all those other majors that are on campus, great majors, but this can be a really great complement, an addition, a supplement to those other majors. That way, you can have your passion, in your major, and then you can have some practical, career-oriented experience with the minor. All right, makes sense? Yeah? So if you want to have more information about that, come see any of the faculty, or come to the center, or just talk to some of us about it. And again, there's some more forms there. Okay, let's talk about advising a little bit. Sister Wesley, where are you? Yeah, sitting in the back. Everyone loves Sister Wesley, right? We want to thank Susan for her long-term dedication to the major and for the help that she gives all of you planning out your schedules and solving problems and things like that. You may not know how much she advocates on your behalf to the administration and to us, trying to find ways to make things work for you, okay? So thank her for that next time you see her. Well, she's moved, not to a different town, but her office moved across campus, right? She's no longer here. She's now over by the health center. So that way, if you get sick after talking about your map, you can go right next door to the health center, okay? So she's in 131. You just go in the main entrance at the advising center, and the receptionist there can show you where her office is and so on. Same contact information, phone number and email address, but since she's now in a different neighborhood, we decided to see if we could arrange for her to spend some time over here to make it easier for some of you who are in this building most of the time. So every Thursday from 10 to 12, she'll be in the small conference room just down the hall, which is 224. Okay, so just go down here and turn around the corner. It's about halfway down the hall. She'll be there with a computer waiting for you to come and talk to her. We thought that would make it easier. Do you think that'll be easier for you if she's here every week? Being available, and so you don't have to go over there. So thank you, Susan, for being flexible to do that. And of course, she can help you with any questions about the minor, because there are a lot of minors that are available, and a lot of new minors. So if you're an HTM major or a business major or something like that, you have to find 2 minors in the other programs if you're on the new program, if you're on the new academic program. Okay, so she can help you with all of that. All right, how many of you would like to have a job after you graduate? Yeah? Okay, good. A good job, a fun job, a good paying job, an exciting job, right? Okay, well, that's one of the things that's so great about this industry, is that it's big and it's growing. If you add up all of the economic value of the industry, right? All the money that people spend, the money that governments spend on airports and infrastructure, all the different kinds of money that goes back and forth related to travel and tourism and hospitality. It's about $8 trillion. Okay? I don't even know how much money that would be. It would probably fill up this whole building. But it's a lot of money, and there are almost 300 million jobs that are related to this business. That could be doing something like working in a tourism ministry, or working for a hotel or a restaurant, or working for a linen supply company that supplies things to the hospitality industry, or a food service supplier, or in the airline business or whatever, right? Lots of different positions in lots of different sectors here, in the public sector, in the private sector. It's very big and it's growing very fast. And importantly, tourism is a larger part of the economy of the international countries that are outside the United States. So wherever you're coming from, whether it's from Hong Kong or Tonga or Taiwan or wherever, like for example, the economy, almost half of Fiji's economy is tied to travel and tourism, okay? What that means is, though, because it's so diverse, they need talented people from all disciplines. So if you're like accounting or finance, you're into human resources or marketing, logistics and supply chain, IT, even entertainment or cultural expertise is needed in this industry. So that's why we think the minor is so important to students, because if you're, let's say you're an EXS major and you want to take an HTM minor, well, where could you work if you were an EXS major and an HTM minor? How about a spa, a resort spa? How about an activities director on a cruise line? Or being a tour operator and guide, taking people on, hiking treks or whatever, right? All kinds of cool stuff. So think about that combination of major and minor going either way. The industry needs talented people with all of these different disciplines, all of this different expertise, okay? All right, so let me show you a video as we wrap things up here. This is called Tourism is Life, Tourism is You, and it's really just a mashup of lots of different video segments that give you a flavor for how big and how diverse this industry is and how much opportunity there is for you in this dynamic world of tourism. Okay? Here we go.
Come down, selector.
This one goes out to you and yours. Worldwide, I say, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I've been a lot of places all around the way. I've seen a lot of joy and I've seen a lot of pain, but I don't wanna write a love song for the world. I just wanna write a song about a boy and a girl. Hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Now I'm not a highly metaphysical man, but I know when the stars are aligned, you can bump into a person in the middle of the road, look into their eyes and you suddenly know. Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you, dancing in and out in the middle of June. My mama told me don't lose you, cause the best luck I had was you. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I said, rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey mama, close to you.
Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey papa, kick off your shoes.
Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey mama, close to you.
Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you.
I said, hey mama, 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 hey mama. What you gonna do?
You want to go do some of that stuff? Yeah, it looks fun. How'd you like to feed a giraffe with a peanut in your mouth? Right? Or have a turtle talk to you? Right? Okay, so that's our overview of the program, where we're going, what we're doing today. We do have a few minutes. I know some of you might need to leave. That's fine. But we have some time for questions. So anybody who has a question about what we've talked about or about the program or anything, we're here to answer questions for you.